Great. The whole site was down for a little while. I think because I was like reading the wrong pyodide data or something like that. I think it's fixed now. I think, hopefully. Yeah, great. Anyways, what I can hopefully do now is make it so there's actually a file tree here, since currently there isn't one. And that'll let you hopefully select a few files. It'll also require restructuring this database a little bit, since the way it is right now, each project has only one file. I'll have to see what I want to do with that. Maybe I'll just call one of them to say main.py for one of these. Something like that. And just have an option to select more than one of them. But anyway, I'll actually commit this right off the bat. Styling. What I'll eventually want to do is make it so there's a few files listed here. Hopefully that'll look nice. I don't know how I'd do things like a directory. Actually, maybe that wouldn't be too hard either. If I just indent the entries a little bit. I don't even know where I'd put this. One of these things, I added a space for the editor. What was it called? Here's the canvas, so that's probably too far. Buttons. The play button. The render mode. Ton of buttons here. Oh, it's just this. This is where the editor's rendered, so it's here. So this div it's going to contain the tree. Now maybe this doesn't have to be much more than just a list. Possibly. Actually, it'd be nice if this was a flex container too, so that was draggable. No, it's gonna have to be more than a list. It's gonna have like links everywhere and stuff. I might as well just start with a component for this now. Source components, and I'll create tree.view or something like this. Or file tree. And then what config would this even have? I wonder... There's a decent chance there's a component for this. But it probably wouldn't be that good, if I'm being honest. Probably not. That's pretty neat. And it's from the Vue official website. It's too bad it's for Vue 2. And this just takes like JSON configuration. Yeah, if I want this to be customizable, probably all I'm going to be able to get away with is writing my own thing. Although some of these are due for view 3. Let me look into a few of these. No, I thought this would actually have a demo. But I don't want to run something. Yeah, but like, why would I want... If I had an array, why would I want the... like, the indices there? Honestly, the Viewtify version looks pretty good. But Viewtify isn't supported, or it's like in beta for view 3 or something like that. And I do not want to deal with beta testing code right now. It's been like that for a while too. The release is February 2022 now. Oh, it's the beta that's supposed to be coming out soon. But I don't think they're making that much progress, actually. Can they have a Viewtify 2 maintenance? I thought they had a project for migration to View 3, but I guess that's not there anymore. Oh, these are all of the ones with this description, I guess. Viewtify Phase 3. It's kind of a lot. Anyway, I don't think they'll have something ready soon. So I'm going to have to do something pretty similar to this. I'll probably use this as a template. Tree item. I wonder if tree item is separate from the tree itself? Okay, so here's how they define that component. Then the demo root element. Okay, so this is all in the body, I guess. Now this is more scripting. So the only HTML is a single tree item. And that tree item, I guess this is the template for the tree item. That's the only thing that really makes sense. Recursively contains a tree item. Hey, Daryl Golden, what's up? What is going on? Item template. So that must be how they read the template for this thing. Yeah, item template. Okay. Okay, that's pretty interesting. And I guess they have this indented in some way. There's a div. And following that div, there's a little bit of extra styling. Have you applied for partnership? No, but now that you've reminded me, I extra will. Promise. Okay. I'm just gonna copy this from a generic component. Yeah, let me just get something really simple like this. I don't even need the name here. That's convenient. For now, I'm just gonna put a list here. It's like really simple. And I don't even know what it'll contain. Probably just some example data. Something like this is fine. It's like WS colon items, and I need something with labels. Components, props, don't need any of those. I'll just have this. I'll return the items for now. But eventually this will be passed in. This probably won't need... maybe this will need its own data. So... the const items. And this can just be... let's do a bunch of things with some label. If this... not that. This. I can actually just copy this verbatim. Great. So I can do this, colon items equals that. That might actually be all I need to do, although I don't think ref will be defined here. Yeah. So something like this. And I'll have to put this somewhere. I guess it's supposed to be right here. What is it, like code area? Here. This is where I need that thing. So I'm gonna import this thing. And this is gonna be from component, or like, yeah, components file tree, I guess. Dot view. I don't know why I dislike this song so much, but boy. Okay, what do I have here? Components file tree dot view. That's there. I have to restart the server since there's a new file. Oh, that's not what I wanted to. Okay. Still. Oh, I misspelled it. So now I have the W list. Oh, that's how it's supposed to be closed. Okay, so that's at least... oh, it won't load from this URL, though. I have to fix that, too. So I can go straight to whatever /lab and /the project. Okay, that runs now. So now I'll just drop this in here. Hope that works. It's probably gonna need a lot more styling. I'll probably need all of this actually. All of that stuff. I'm gonna see if I can default this to showing the tree. So I don't have to keep opening that. Great, that's a tree, kind of. Okay, I wonder how did this thing like indent itself? I feel like I'm gonna need to do that. The recursive one, these class item v4 whatever. It must have some styling to like indent itself. But where? Is there any CSS here? There's a class. There's few classes for like item. Padding left. That's not that useful though. Where does that go? Is there a way to... I can layer these with the inspector or whatever. Okay, so this node... The UL has some padding to the side, I guess? Because there's this div, then there's this unordered list, and this unordered list contains only the tree item, actually. Oh, and the tree item, like, is a list item. That's interesting. So it must be the styling of the UL. It is the styling of the UL that has this padding on the side. Padding left 1. If I take that out, I guess it gets higher. But if I make padding left 0, that's okay. So it only requires having padding on each unordered list. Okay. I hope I can use, how to do a recursive component? You have to have a name, I guess. Import tree node from whatever, so that makes sense. Must be able to reference himself in order to display the children nodes. Okay, I'll just have its name. Doesn't really mention anything about its name, it just does this. Oh. Okay. So I guess I just put it here. Okay, so now, depending on the input configuration, it can recursively do this. And honestly, I can just take the configuration from this too. Basically a name and then children. It makes sense to me. So what I want to do is like const reconfig. And this should just be an object. It'll be named like root or something. And with some children, and this will just be a list. I think that's decent, good enough for now. It only has one recursive. Maybe I should have one more recursive thing. So this one, I'll say name child 2, and I'll give this one some children. It really only needs one. Grandchild 2, 1. And that's all. Okay, so that's fine for that. Now, how do I want this to look? The way that this template, this example did it, is a tree view is just a list item. That's it. It just has its name and then an unordered list and then its children. So does the first one appear in its own list? The root? It is. Is there a way to get around that, I wonder? Probably not. I mean, there doesn't really have to be. To be honest, that's not a huge deal. Darn. I guess I can always just put it in its own unordered list. Yeah, that'll be simple. That'll definitely be simpler for doing that right now. And in this case, I might end up not even using this list item thing. Unless I wanted to make the root be a list item with one entry. It's got to be a template I can use. Slot item. Yeah, so I can have a custom item. Yeah, let's try it. Maybe I can have The template. Oh, I don't even know how to fill this thing out. Like item dot. Where do they go over this? Hash item dot number. I want to do hash item dot one. And that one will have to be... Oh wait, that's what I wanted to do to start it. Once it's already started, I have to ask, what do I want for the node? So the props this will take in is basically this. It'll be a name and then children. So I can just pretend this is the props. Like this. And now the way that I can have this is I can have, I guess it'll just be a div. Yeah, it's probably fine. Then this and this be a file tree. Ah, but this doesn't take props right now. Okay. To make this simpler, I'm gonna have to pass the props properly. Like here, the tree config or whatever. I wonder what this called its props. Item? Interesting. Composition. Oh, you can pass a default to this. Although I've never done that. Is that the only place where it's done? Guess so. Honestly, I could just copy what's done here. Yeah, like this. I'll just call this item as well. And have that be an object. And then here, the item. I want to basically copy this. I hope I can. Let's see if I can fix up the quotes. These are single quotes. Is that all I need? I hope so. So now it can read this from this props. And let me just try to console log this. Yeah. Oh, I messed up the template. Don't know if it logged anything. Looks like it might have actually just broken. Not printed once, this proxy. Tree config is not defined. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, sort of seems like it's doing the right thing now. Although I guess it's more interesting than the props. It's props.val, I think is how you get it. No, it's dot value for these proxy objects. All right, I got an undefined. That's good. Maybe one is props dot item. Okay, that did it. Great. So with that, the way I can render this is by having just a name. Props dot item dot name. And then this W list. And this actually I want indented ever so slightly. But I won't deal with that right now. I'll just make this a W list. No, I want this to be a file tree. And for its item, I'm gonna have to pass the children of this. So this we basically that. I think that's all. In the case where the children aren't there, I don't know. Guess I'll find out. Did something wrong. Property props is accessed during the render, but it's not defined on the instance. Interesting. I guess I just don't put the word props there. Man, I keep switching in the wrong direction. This got super quiet. Unhandled error. Can't read property name of undefined. I understand why this would happen. File tree item. Oh. Wait, yeah, this needs a v4. It's like child in item.children. Why is this yelling at me? Child is not used, then the item. Now this is gonna be the child. Okay, so that's how this will work. Then that key. The key is gonna be kind of annoying. Basically, I guess I could make it some sort of index into the tree's location, something like that. How would I do that without overlapping? It could also just be the file path. That's really fine. As in, like, when I initialize this, it can create its own key Guess I don't need this anymore. I can just have like const key. And I'll have to well, that'll include its parent's key. I'll have like a parent key prop. If I return that, I make the parent key be this key. Make the root will have a parent key. There's an empty string. Actually, I don't have to pass that there. That'd be dumb. Parent key, I'll just say that's a string. But it'll be undefined. So I'll have to ask parent key undefined question mark. If it is undefined, it's just the name. Otherwise, it's going to be that parent key, props.parent key. I'll just do this with an if statement. So let key if okay, so if this is undefined, then that key is just equal to the name. Otherwise, if that key isn't defined, or that key is defined, that's going to be props.parent key plus this. And then I can return that so that there's this key, and this key will just be the key. Wait. So I need specific or unique keys or whatever. So this can't just be key. This is key plus child name. Then I'll have its parent key, and I'll use that to compute its own key. So if I can default this, well, first of all, I should see if this works. If I can default that key to an empty string, like so, give it a symbol as a default value. Is there just a concept of default props? Guess some sort of breaking thing? View 3 default. Let me just check. Yeah, so you can just have default whatever. So here we have type string default empty string. So now this will be an empty string if it's not passed. And so I can always say this. So I can always do that. I can also just make it computed. Like this. Key equals computed. getter and setter. I guess I'll have to... Oh, this function doesn't take any inputs, even the count. Okay. Can I just say this then? Props to parent key, let's props to the name, that's it. Then I can return this key. I'll need that. It's becoming very compact. Okay, let's see how that does. No, not this. That's the actual site. Computed is not defined is true. I will need a ref eventually. For like opened or whatever. To see if it's collapsed or not. Items is not defined. One thing I wonder, Root doesn't have any of the children, so that's annoying. Yeah, I'd hope it would have like name child 1 and stuff. Child and item.children. The item is the child. That's correct. Yeah, I guess I'm not sure why it's not doing the recursion. Also, I'm just trying to view dev tools were working. Oh, I think that doesn't work for view 3. I wonder if that's changed. Supports view 3 as of right now in beta. So I guess that's what this is. That's the only thing that would make sense. I wonder what the website is. No information about view 3. It's being worked on all the time. Okay, I'm gonna remove this one since that's pretty old. I'll try adding this new one. But why would this happen? Let me just try... Let's try logging all of the items. Oh, here. Yeah. Wait, key. Yeah. So only the root one. That's the only one. It looks like the recursion isn't occurring. That's what it looks like. For child and item.children. Oh. I didn't spell that right. Okay, so that's doing that now. Great. Now I'm going to have to indent this a bit. I can just add this style here, I guess. I'm a class. ML2 or something like that. Okay, that gives some nesting. The font size is entirely too small. Well, I guess it's actually the same size. Well, not exactly the same size. Oh, it's around the same size as the editor. This is 16 point. This is 14. 16 pixels, and this is 14 pixels. So this is actually larger than the code. Interestingly. Alright, that's basically, I think, other than making it prettier, it's pretty much everything I wanted to do with this. Let's make that a little bigger. Do I want to use Title 5 or something like that? So much stuff open. Really just want it bigger. I don't even know the CSS for font size. Okay, now I have the dev tools running, even though I don't need them anymore. Yes, that's just font dash size. So I'll just put this to 16 or something like that, and remove the other thing. Okay, sure. I wonder what the Arial, what's Avidir? I don't know what fonts I even have. I should probably look into that at some point. I look at package.json. Did I get any fonts here? I didn't. Huh. Maybe I should do that. Also, I don't need this ffmpeg.js or this ccapture.js or these other ffmpeg things. I need to clean this out. Okay, let me just... Yeah, I have to clean that out at some point. I won't do it right now. Now I will do it. Or now-ish. Because this doesn't need... This turned out to be, like, pretty straightforward. Don't have to do a ton for this. Name and children. Though I wonder how I'll store this configuration. Probably under each project. I guess I'll have something like this. Yeah, and this will be the configuration that like represents the project. Okay. So for now, all I want is I want one file called like main.py, and that'll be it. So one day those will be stored specifically for the project. Right now, I'll just have this main.py. Children. This children entry, this will denote it as a folder, which this isn't a folder. So I just want this. And I broke something. That was a big help. Okay, the model is breaking. Oh. Interesting. I get so much stuff open. Okay. Great, so one thing, one entry, that's main.py. That's all I need. So I have to figure out what happens when this gets too large. I guess I should scroll. I haven't tried to do that right now. I should also have some sort of mapping from extension to the icon. That would be fun. Should I just do that now? Maybe I should. And then when you click on it, it'll like switch to that file. It'll fetch that file for you. Although on the database side, well, I guess the key would be the file path, but if the database is stored as JSON, does that work? Does that work if the children are in a list? I don't think it does. Don't think it does. Okay, so I'll have to back up here. Children will have to be some sort of an object. Yeah. So I'll have to make some changes here. Darn. So this will be an object and it'll be like child 1, like this, and that'll map to something with, in this case, no children. Because like it has to map to something, so I'll have to map to this with no children. Then like child 2, this one does have children. Which means you can't have a file named children, interestingly. This will have to map to an object with grandchild 2, 1, mapping to nothing. And this, child 3, mapping to nothing. So maybe this should be like underscore children. Oh, wait, what'd I do? What did I do? Okay. There should be something that never gets used, so maybe underscore children or something like that. But now it doesn't make sense to have a name and these children. That doesn't really make sense. Oh yeah, it does. This would be a directory. And child 2 would be a directory. Okay, now the tree data structure is going to be wrong. So I'll still have that parent key that's going to default to an empty string. So this is going to take the parent key plus the props.name. That's correct. And return this. However, the item.name. I guess this will always have its... Oh, this won't always have its name. Like here? It's going to be passed children data. And separately from that, it's going to have to be passed its name. So like root in this case. Name, and then... Can this just be children in that case? And that'll be an object with this. I won't want that to be a list, because I want it to be random access or whatever. Or will I? If this were a list, I think that would make it more difficult to determine file paths and things like that. Since that'll be the index into the list will be this redundant information that's not actually used for anything. Although I am going to do a v4 here. It's just as long as I want the configuration in the database to be just objects, I should probably make this just take objects so that I can match that more closely. So now this is going to have not just this item, it's going to have a name and children. And the key, same thing. Name, children, and key. Now this can be just name here. Then for child and object.keys of the children. The item will just be the child. Oh, children at... Oh, child like name or something. That'll be children. Wait, can't I... I think I can destructure within a v4. Let's see. Name and ID and users. Movie, comma, index. Wait, this I don't understand. Radius 20, point XY. The view lists the entire first portion of the v4 straight into the argument section of a function. Okay. Any valid JavaScript that you can put inside of a function's brackets can be put inside your v4 as well. In circles. I wish you gave a clearer example. Value key and index. In this, an object. Oh my god, this is a terribly written article. You can't do both, but you can destructure for name, age, comma, index in persons. Okay. Well, actually, no, I think I still have to do this. Child name and object I keep, because these aren't, the name isn't an attribute of the object. Could your child name and object keys children? The item, rather than name, is going to be the child name. The key can just be the... Oh, wait. Key plus the child name. The children is going to be children indexed on that child name. I think this is going to be the same now. Name is deprecated. Okay. Node something. Node name. Let's just see if name works. No, it won't. That warning will be too annoying. Could call it root name. Yeah, but I won't do that. Okay. No telling what I broke doing that. Node name is not defined. Because wait, node name. That's a prop. Why would that not be defined? Here? Oh. Oh, so maybe this can just be name. Because I don't return it. I guess it didn't want me to return it. Children is not defined. Give me a break. Children here. Children, this is also a prop. Now I see what I'm doing. Okay, I did it again. Basically the same thing. Although now it has this... Is this extra padding? Oh no, it's not. I don't know where that... Oh no, this does have extra margin or something. Oh, it's because I don't render the root. But why? Why didn't it say root? I'm passing it this, the name. But the first one doesn't have it. Oh, it's not name? Yeah, the first one has undefined, so I do need something different. Let's call it root name. Right? Yeah, sure. Root name, blah, 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 blah. So this parent key plus props dot root name. Still not there. It's looking for root rather than root name. Oh, there. Okay. Cool. So now, within the database, I can store basically just a JSON object. And then I can just take that JSON object and just put it here, pretty much. And for each of these, their key is going to be... The key is going to be the file path. Well, maybe. Oh, if I put slashes. I'll just put slashes. Just do that for all of them. Forward slashes. Yeah, that's perfect. Maybe it can be even fancier here. That's pretty fancy. Okay. Now I'm gonna go back to what I was doing before and just make this main.py with no children. Oh, you know what, actually? I don't want this one to have a name. This one should only have children, because that's going to be basically the root directory. Yeah. This would be like all the files in your root directory. It doesn't make sense to have like a root to like see your root directory within the directory. So I won't want this margin unless you're not the parent. Does that mean if it doesn't have a name, then is it safe to assume the root is the only one with no name? And I think that is true, actually. So I can vbind class. Oh, I don't even know how to vbind class. Dynamic class. So it's the class, then that's the JavaScript. So it's an object like this. What I want is root name is empty string. And that didn't work. Why? Root name should... What is root name? Yeah, it's only empty string. It should be for the very first one. For this data, or we can bind an object as well. Yeah, I'm not sure why it's doing that. Maybe this needs a string? That'd be kind of strange. No, that didn't do it. Okay. Trying to see if my view tools works. I kind of think they won't. I already can't find them. Or explicitly disabled by the author. Don't know what that means, but I guess I'm not doing that in that case. Okay, I don't know what's happening with this object. Maybe I could just return something here. Maybe I could try doing it with a style. Pretty annoying that this isn't working. Oh, this is view 2. Maybe something changed. No, it's basically the same thing. So let me... I'm gonna do like this is root. And this will be computed, and it's just gonna say props.root name is the empty string. That's all. So it's a boolean. Then I can say ml2 like not its root. It didn't work. Oh, because none of these are the root. It'd be like if the parent is the root. If the parent is the root, then I don't want this. I want not parent is root or something like that. So is it just like parent key? L2 parent key is empty string. Not equal to empty string? Okay, that worked. Now we're gonna look at this again. Until I do. Okay. But now I have all the files laid out here. That's perfect. Oh, this should be like this. Child 1, nothing. Child 2 has one child. Child 1, child 2. Okay, grandchild. Great. Okay, now I think it's working. Hopefully. And for what I want it to be right now, I want this to be just main.py here with nothing. This is parsing error. Oh, can you not? Oh, that doesn't change anything. That it has to be a string. Okay, cool. Great. Doesn't do anything when you click it, but that's fine, whatever. Maybe I should just save that. And as for how you make new files, I guess there should just be a button at the bottom of this or something like that. And maybe at the top. Or you right click something. I don't know. But I don't think I need that now. What should I do now? Maybe I should be looking for a way to add files right now. I'm not sure where it should go. I do feel that the... it's kind of odd where all this stuff should even go. This is the project name, not the file name. So it should be like the project name and then the file, then like slashes and stuff down to the file. When I open the tree like this, where should the project name go? I guess it should be in the URL. That's a decent place to put it. It would be sort of neat to have the project here and then just like the file path. That'd be kind of neat. Then we on to new file. I guess you'd like the plus. A plus could move here when you open the directory. I think I just, yeah, I think that would make sense. I think that would make sense. It's like, do I want to split this header to do that? Or not? Probably not, I think. Actually, maybe I do. So that if you resized this, it would resize appropriately. Okay, so file tree.view. Great. What did I change on path? Oh, I know what I changed. File tree stuff. Or maybe I should be updating the database stuff right now. So here's that header. Then underneath that, there's the file tree with the code area. It would actually be probably really annoying to split these up. No, it would actually be super annoying. Because here, the file tree isn't even there. Yeah, I don't think I want to do that. But then how will I compute this offset? How far to move it to the side? Move this title to the side? How can I compute that? Or I could try splitting it up after all. Splitting it up is bound to be super annoying. Or would it? I guess I'd have to have the tree on one side, then the editor and stuff on the next, like, side. Like in a row order. Then this expansion would be fairly automatic. And also dragging would be fairly automatic. Otherwise I would need some, probably hacks to compute these sizes correctly. Darn, it's sounding like a better and better idea the more I think of it. It's bound to be not fun. Okay, I'm gonna stall by cleaning up the package.json, because that shouldn't be like that. So first thing, I'm gonna try yarn removing the Monaco editor. Even though I need it. Because I think that's supposed to be a dev dependency. Like that. Is view router supposed to be a dev dependency? Probably not. Let me see. No, it just says regular install. FFmpeg core I definitely don't need. Actually, any of the FFmpegs. Though I would like to use that. For now, I have to use whatever it is. Why can't I think of the name of this thing? I have to use C capture until they figure out something with the shared array buffer stuff. Because until then, or maybe I'll have to do that myself, but this is basically useless if I can't use shared array buffer. So there's no telling when this guy will get around to it. Is there a way to stalk him? Oh, dot files. That doesn't count. Yeah, on this he's basically only done readme stuff. That's unfortunate. Okay, triangle wasm I'm not using. Well, actually, I don't even think I need Axios. I think I used this once for like an example of an SVG. I'll keep it for now. When it gets to the point where I'm storing files remotely, I think then I'll get rid of it. Yeah. It doesn't even make sense to have it, really. It's useful for debugging, I guess. Nah, I don't need it. This is the purge. C capture I need. Haircut I need. FFmpeg.js I do not need. Firebase I do need. Because of the way that I start using these things now. It should be that on landing. Yeah, I'm importing from like Firebase auth and stuff. Although... is that from here? No, even this. This is important AI bit stuff. Yeah, so I need that. Don't know what global is. It's probably there by accident. It's not globals, it's global. What is this? I'm pretty sure I installed this by accident. That is an interesting library. Okay. Mesh line? Do I even need that? Every reference to it is commented. Thank God, because that code sucks so bad. Yeah, I'll just remove that. And with that, I can remove mesh line. It's a very annoying library. Monaco editor I need, split planes I need, 3 I need. Triangle wasm I do not need. View I need, view router I need, wave UI I need. Okay, so if I'm lucky, I didn't break anything just now. And looks like it broke something. Axios. Oh, I'll just remove the Axios thing. Yeah. Okay. Okay, that's a much more reasonable list of dependencies. I think everything's working the same. So just get a little bit smaller package size, which is always good. I have to add some of this stuff. Public. Wait, what's within assets? Don't think I need that stuff actually. What is flame.avi? Interesting. I don't need that. I don't need Star Wars 3, whatever that is. And I won't need triangle, actually. Yeah. I will need the stuff within Wasm. I wonder how large that is. It's not so large. Just a compiled Manim, basically. Add that. Notes I don't need. Firebase.json I don't think I need. GitHub probably. Oh. This is workflows? Oh, you can make it deploy when you do a pull request. Interesting. But I don't know what it's doing, so I won't try that right now. Okay, I think that's everything I need. What's the Firebase RC? No, that's... I don't think I need that. Great. Unfortunately, now I can't stall anymore. I have to fix the app styling. And this I expect to be very, very annoying. But then again, this file is getting kind of too long. 507, that's actually not terrible. But so much of it is just the template. Oh, actually, that's not true either. A lot of it is weird styling. But okay, here we go. So read the header, then these two. I want to split that header. So it won't be a header than these. It'll just be directly to these, and these will each have their own header. Where is the header? This is the header. Maybe the first thing I should do is split. Why is this so hard to think about? It's this. Currently, it's a column, and it's this. Then it's these two. Then it's this. It won't be a header. It'll just be these two immediately. So maybe I should split the header first. No, here's a row. And I need both of these to be contained in a column, basically. So there is a W flex that I never use. So I need like something like this. I think this isn't totally broken, at least. Although I don't know why this is like resizing properly. But oh, no, it isn't resizing properly. Perfect. Which I guess I sort of should expect. This thing needs a lot of styling to work properly for some reason. So I'm just gonna do the lazy thing. I don't think it needs the border stuff. But all of this, I think it might need. So I'll just make this a div. Wait, why did that copy everything? I don't get it. Oh. Yeah, that's what I wanted. So this, a div style equals that. Here I'll close out that div, like so. So what's the parsing error it says? I guess I have to go back. Okay, this, I don't want this to be a W effect. This is going to be a div. And this is also going to be a div. This just needs a lot of styling. Invalid end tag. What is this talking about? If I delete this. It must be something with this, like, ending with a... Oh, now it's not ending with a semicolon anymore. Missing white space between attributes? Unexpected character in the attribute name. It looks like it still thinks it's in a string. Oh. That was weird. I guess it's resizing properly. I only wanted this to be... I don't want this to be doing like flex between or whatever. Flex direction. This should be like justify items flex start. Wait, why is it doing that? Oh, because this is still there. This should have the VF. Perfect. When it opens, it goes so far. I don't remember how to make this shrink properly. Shrink if there is not enough space. So that's actually not what I want. I want to shrink even if there is enough space. Maybe I do need justify items, whatever. Why? Why is there so much space here? It has flex start here. Maybe this shouldn't be a flex box. Maybe this can just be a div too. See how that works out. Am I able to close it? It is resizing properly. When I click this, nothing happens. Oh, because I took off the if vf equals display tree. Okay, here it's resizing properly. Here it's resizing properly. Great. Okay. So now I'm gonna want to essentially bring this entire menu down here into each of these. Yeah, sure, whatever. Where's the header? This is gonna be a disaster. This entire thing duplicated here and here. Wait. Did I put the bottom in the wrong place? Flex direction goes row. Oh, I need a column. Right? This needs to be a column. Okay, so that works. That works. I can try this one more time. Okay, so now this is a column, so I can put it there and put it there. Beautiful. Wait, why did it appear on the other side? That's weird. Why did that happen? This, the toggle tree, it just... Wait. Display tree. Oh, the header disappeared. When the header came back, though... This entire... I don't know what disappeared. So this had the display tree. So it added back this entire thing, I guess. So maybe I want the VIF to be on the WFlex instead. This is highly janky coding. I guess I didn't have to copy the entire menu though. I could have just done a div or something. But anyway, this is resizing properly. Close it. Okay, it just broke. Okay. Well, this idea mostly works. Mostly. I'm just gonna make sure this is, I get this into a state where it's working, so that works. That works, okay. With that, I'm gonna call it there and do some of this boring styling stuff offline. Then hopefully get this where it can have a list of files here. That would be nice. Yeah, that'd be nice. Okay, but I'm gonna look for someone to raid. Because why not? Dying while making Unity game. This person's learning some JavaScript. Sure, when I raid this person, he just started too. Great. So we can say hi to this person. And I'll cut it for YouTube.